Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. I have just finished watching Romany's introduction video for this year's One Book July, which is now on version 4, and that is the video that you are seeing on the screen right now. I will link this video down below. Version 4, as Romany explained, is digital, and I don't do digital planning. Although I have seen Mimi's wonderful videos about digital planning, and I will link her down below, I don't think it's for me. That is not how my brain works. But I watched a lot of her videos anyway because you know me, I embrace all kinds of planning, even those that I don't do for myself. But I do have a serious critical thing that I need to accomplish this July, and that is to write the entire body of my thesis, which will be composed of the analyses of 5 different novels written in English by Filipinos. My One Book July project for last year was the framework for my thesis, and I will link that playlist down below. Within July 2017, I was able to deal with the nitty-gritty of creating and explaining a framework, and on the months after that, I have refined that framework and also worked on my review of related literature and my definition of terms. But spectrality is a very new field or framework in my country and in my university, which is the University of the Philippines, although it has been around in other parts of the world since the 1990s. So I am kind of worried about my proposal, and in my life, when I am worried about something like a project or an idea, the best solution that I know works for me is to continue working on it and in advance and turning it into an obsession of sorts, really immerse myself in it, perfect the idea, perfect the proposal, polish them all to perfection, anticipate possible questions, and then answer them in advance. So, only the proposal is required of me this August, which is chapter 1. However, I want to be able to also submit the analyses for at least 2 different novels. The analyses would form chapters 2 to 6. One novel will be the focus of each chapter. The plan is to use One Book July 2018 to write at least 2 analyses and to really allot exactly 5 hours a day for it. So I'm going to do a very basic digital alarm based study routine with the help of my Apple Watch. You have seen this before in a few videos and in my vlogs. Sometimes you can see me holding up my wrist to show my watch to establish time and date, and I do this a lot when filming vlogs and reviews. Sometimes they end up in my videos when they are relevant, and a lot of times they get cut out because these are mostly for me to remind myself of the actual timeline of what happened. So now here we are in One Book July 2018 version 4.0. I'm still at the same study desk that I showed from last year, as you can see, and this is where I'm going to be doing the challenge. This study desk is at my dorm, and I have my MacBook Pro set up on top of that laptop stand that I have also reviewed in my channel, which I will link down below. Right now it is a little bit tilted so that the monitor or the screen area is raised a little bit, and that the keyboard and trackpad areas have a little bit of incline to them, so it's more comfortable for me to type with that configuration. And I have set up my digital alarms like so. At 5 a.m., I get up and take my medication, which I labeled medication 1, which must be taken 30 minutes before the other medication, labeled in my Apple Watch as medication 2. Now, the Apple Watch wasn't able to distinguish the word 2WO from TO, so that's why it's TO instead of TWO on there. I have updated the labels on the alarms to include the studying challenge, and that's going to be every single day, Mondays through Sundays for all of July. This is so that I can also do some freelance work and some YouTube videos during the weekends. And then, after an hour and a half of working on my thesis, I start preparing for work at 6:30 in the morning. I get off work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I usually get to the dorm at 5:30, and I have also set the alarm for studying to go off at 6 p.m. after I have rested a little bit and propped up my study tools again on my desk because I also use my laptop for work. And then I carry on with studying until 9:30 in the evening, which is when I go get a late dinner and then prepare for bed because the very next day I have to be up early again at exactly 5 o'clock. Here are the novels that I plan to analyze for my thesis. I know I only need to analyze two for this challenge, but at this point I am not sure yet which two I'm going to focus on for July, so I'm just sharing them all. This is Mango Bride by Mariví Soliven. Here is America is Not the Heart by Elaine Castillo. Here is Umbrella Country by Bino A. Realuyo. Here is Soledad's Sister by Jose Dalisay. And I'm thinking of adding The Quiet Ones by Glenn Diaz, but I'm not really sure how it would fit in. But this is really very spectral, so I'm wondering if my thesis advisor would be interested. Now I know I can pretty much use my iPhone for the exact same alarms, but I plan to stash my iPhone away while studying because I tend to get distracted when my iPhone is with me, especially when I access my iPhone straight away after getting out of bed. And that's it. That's the plan. That is my One Book July 2018 Challenge version 4.0, which is a digital alarm-based studying routine for the body of my thesis. I start on Monday, July 2. I will upload an update video every Monday night just so to give you guys an idea how I'm doing. Wish me luck and good luck to all who are going to join One Book July 2018.